Hey everybody, welcome back
There we are.
to Verbose Mode, brought to you by Tux Care here at Magnolia Conf in Jackson, Mississippi. Here we go right here. Tux Care.
That's fun.
Verbose Mode. We're here. We're in full effect. It's the lunch hour. I brought my buddy Jason Torres on the stream with me.
What's up?
Let everybody know who you are, what you're all about, Jason.
Oh, what am I about? Well, I am Jason Torres. I'm a community manager over at Torque.dev, which you are one of our lovely ambassadors
I am.
for. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What am I about? I'm about connecting people authentically. I don't like fakeness and stuff like that, so I preach a lot of what I do, you know? Because I think it's important. At the end of the day, the people are what matter, regardless of the tech. So,
Is this your first time speaking at Magnolia Conf?
yeah, it was.
What do you like so far about this event? Because I really love Magnolia Conf. I'm extremely grateful that Richard and Kayla invite me to come speak.
Yeah, shout out to Richard and Kayla and this whole organization and conference that they put together. What do I like about it? I like that it feels like you're just amongst friends. It's like a large hangout. It's a large opportunity to connect. I think if there were 3 or 4 times the amount of people here, you wouldn't be able to engage to the level that we have been, which is to say there's nothing wrong with larger conferences where that's the case. But I think there's a place for all sorts of different sized events. And this is a perfect example. I mean, there's people sitting right over there just eating, hanging out. Like, they don't feel rushed. They don't feel like they need to run to another track to go see something that they're going to miss. Everybody's a part of it all together, so.
That's kind of been the theme. When I've been doing these interviews, I've been talking about community and asking everybody like, oh, what do you like about this event? Is this your first time speaking? Mm-hmm. And that has been kind of what I've been talking about, that it's big conferences are great, but these smaller, intimate developer community events are really where it's at. Mm-hmm. I mean, like instead of the hallway track, you got the table track.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people are meeting people, and people are eating together, and everybody's vibing, and it's just a single day event with amazing speakers. And I think there's something to be said about those smaller events. And we all want the smaller events to blow up.
Yeah.
You know, we want that to happen. But it's also something to say to keep it small, mm-hmm. because of the tradition of just the smaller, intimate community vibes.
Yeah, I think you touched on it right there. Just there's no way for some of these people to interact, because when you go to those larger events, you're in your little kind of your pods. Yeah. And those pods don't always intersect. Like Roxy's sitting out there talking to Elian and Josh Goldberg. Yeah. Like, that happens at Render. Those 3 people would have connected the way they are out there. Like, for me, it's stuff like that. This is just such a more like personal, intimate level. I think a lot can happen at these events in a positive way for people. So,
yeah. Well, you and I are pretty much in the same world as far as a job goes,
yeah.
right? I'm in the business of community. You're in the business of community.
Yeah.
You did your talk this morning, and it was community focused. It was all about community. Can you give the audience a little bit of a breakdown? If nobody caught it live stream, because this whole conference was live streamed, and I know there was a little bit of a twist with it, I think, right? So give the audience a little bit of a breakdown of what the talk was about and how you approach community, not just from the Torque perspective, but you as a community member as well.
Sure. So as far as like from the Torque perspective as far as approaching community is my way. I think that's shout out to Taylor, who is my boss over there. He hired me because of who I am and how I do things. So it wasn't bringing me into the schematic that they have. It was taking my schematic or the way that I do things and bringing it in and kind of laying the groundwork for how we approach community and him, and we both align there. The whole talk was about building a community as authentically and as genuine as possible. And it occurred to me probably a little over a year ago that inside the song, Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley, the chorus, if you were to actually like think about what all of those elements are, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry or say goodbye, never tell a lie hurt you, like all of those are like fundamentals of like a good community if you look at what all of those things are. So my whole talk is literally just an extended Rick roll, but also explaining it and providing value from it.
When you look at communities in general, and then we have, Roxy and I were just talking about community and micro communities within our community. Where do you see people that are doing it right? And it's not even the company's organization, but what do you see as the effort that's being put in that isn't working? Like, what are the tactics to build a good community and being authentic? Because that's one of the reasons you and I are buds, is because I'm always my authentic self. Yeah. You're always your authentic self, and we vibe on that because we are real with each other, and we're real with the community. And I think that's why you and I have the community that we do and the network that we do, because people respect that we aren't we're not putting on a facade. Yeah. Right? So what are the things that make up a good community? What are the tactics to building something like that?
Yeah, I mean, real attracts real, right? You know, like, again, we gravitate towards people that meet needs in ourselves. So I think as far as community goes is focusing on what the people want. Like the end user first, but not like from that like icky business perspective. And I think this is where the line gets blurred a lot. And this, I will shout out to the larger picture of C-suites that, again, like the numbers are the primary focus. Like at the end of the day, sometimes you cannot monetize a human.
Right.
So I think when certain people approach communities, they try to sniff it out for those like kind of markers to see if that's what it is. If they're just doing certain things to drive more top of the funnel or do more, if it turns into sales and KPIs and MRRs, and at the end of the day, it is business. Right. There are certain things, but if you're doing it in a way where you're prioritizing the person, people will come to that. Like people gravitate to that, and it might not scale as fast as some people want, but you also know that you're getting the real community. Our community right now, that we just opened a community swag store. It's literally just stuff from the community, like pictures of people and phrases that we use in the Discord. Yeah. Like people are behind that because, like, again, they're connecting with the people. It's like an inside joke that everybody gets to share now. Like you don't see that in a lot of communities. So, yeah.
When it comes to building online communities, what is the best way about doing that? We might be starting an online community. I don't want to give anything away, but we're kind of in the talks of it. I know there's some great ones out there, like the Torque Discord. I always see it popping off. Every time I see a screenshot from you or Taylor or anybody, it's always popping off. I'm used to the Slack communities before Discord was a thing. Yeah. It was always a Slack community or like Discourse or something like that. And I know Discord has just taken off leaps and bounds. What makes a good Discord online community? Because as a Slack user, I know when I was at other organizations, I tried to bring in Discord. Yeah. Or we had a Discord, and I tried to like learn all the ins and outs of it, and how to set up servers and all this other stuff, but I could never really grasp it. So I needed someone to work with me that had the Discord chops. What does it take for a good online community?
So, I mean, I think it's contextual. It's like your Discord community might be different from mine, and the reason is the people are different. They have different needs. They have different wants. Like our community, we're very attuned to what they're asking for, and we want to make sure that we always address it. So it's like whether it's adding a channel about a specific topic so those people feel included. Giving them reasons to be there too is a big one. I think a lot of companies miss the mark by not holding any content. There's no streams. They don't engage with the people in there outside of like text channels. Huge missed opportunity. The more you build in there for them to come to, they will come to it. That's worked for us so far.
No, I think that's an awesome take, and it takes a lot to build an online community, especially a Discord community, because if you come up with the idea, it can't just be you doing everything. Yeah. Especially if it's like a tech community. People are going to have questions, and they need, they don't want to go through a support ticket. And if you're not in the code 24/7 as a developer advocate, I'm not in the code 24/7, and I don't work with production code, so I don't know how to solve these issues. I need other engineers from the organization that can dedicate their time to hop into Discord or hop into a forum and be able to help and answer these questions. So I really think it does take a village.
It does. I mean, even now we have a very small team. We fortunately also don't have a technical product that we're pushing. Right. So as far as like tech support and stuff like that, we don't need to necessarily handle that, but we're also an international community. So we have people all over the world at all times a day that are asking questions or looking for things. So we always have to be in there. You know, Taylor's in there. I'm in there. We have multiple other people that are in there as much as we can fill. Then that becomes a job in and of itself. But, you know, you have to prioritize those things because, again, you're meeting the users where they are.
Right. I love that, meeting the users where they are. And that's what community is all about. I love your take on it. I love your explanation. I've been asking everybody, since it is Halloween season and we are celebrating Halloween, right? We have to.
Love
Magnolia
Halloween.
Conf.
Hell yeah.
Growing up as a child, what was your favorite Halloween costume?
Oh my God!
I have to ask. I'm asking
All right,
everybody.
So no, honestly, I very vividly remember. I had two favorites. I'm going to give you two, and I'm old. So when Terminator 2 Judgment Day came out, they made this amazing half shell of the T100 or whatever Arnold's character is, and they give you all this fake skin to put on it, and it had like a wire. The eye lit up. Could never get it. I was way too young. I have hair.
Yeah.
It's like this. I'm not a professional makeup artist. And then when I was maybe 7 or 8, my brother was a vampire. My sister was a witch, and I had this very elaborate werewolf costume. Like all the face paint, all this hair. It was wild. I still have a picture. I'm going to have to see if my mom still has a picture of that. I'm going to track it down. But both of my favorites.
That's awesome. Before we end this, is there anything that you want to plug while we got you on the stream?
Torque Discord, man. We at the end of the day are a talent marketplace. We have clients with roles, but we're also very pragmatic about it and transparent. Like I can't give everybody a job,
Right.
but I can give you guys resources to help. So it's like you might find a job on our platform, you might not, but we can help you somewhere along the way. And the torque.dev/Discord is one of the best places to start. So.
I appreciate you taking the time during lunch.
Appreciate you, brother.
I know you got to fly out today, so safe flight. I will see you on the road somewhere.
Yeah, you will.
Right? If not, it'll be on Twitter or
somewhere.
on the phone,
Yeah,
somewhere.
One of those places.
Yeah. So thank you so much. With that, we are going to end this session. We will have one more later today with Todd Libby, and we are going to give it a wrap.
Nice.
On the last day of Magnolia Conf. So
cool. Thanks for having me,
again.
man. See ya.